Thank you everybody for watching this video. Push the like button, leave a comment, subscribe, and push that notification bell. It will help us tremendously to grow this channel. We have a bunch of stuff coming out for you, the fans, unique content, so please stay tuned. All right, JHK here for the All-Star, and joining me right now is undefeated featherweight prospect Isaac Dulgarian. Isaac, thank you so much, man, for the time. Where you at right now?
I'm at Glory MMA and Fitness out here in Lee Summit, man.
All right, all right. I thought you were at some restaurant or something.
No, I just got done training and everything. Did my night session, and so I'm doing this interview. Then gonna head home.
This fight coming up, man, it's the longest period between fights since you turned pro earlier this year in March. Was it just difficult to find opponents, or did you feel like you needed a little bit of time, to just develop?
Yeah, I needed some time, man. I fought rapid fire. My whole career has been rapid fire. 7 fights and like literally, I don't even know, like a few months, like just back to back to back. And I just needed a break, and not really a break. I kept training, kept getting better, but I just needed some time to develop, like you said.
So what did you focus on in that time?
Everything, man. Just getting better all around, striking, grappling, submissions, everything. I spend time crafting all my skills, making them sharper, and hoping to come back and show that in this fight.
So, everybody knows that you have this deep wrestling background, but I talked to a lot of wrestlers, and when they were growing up, they participated in other martial arts. What about you?
I didn't really. I wrestled full time, and I raced motocross. I raced dirt bikes when I was a kid, so I did that a lot too. I wrestled for the most part, and then when I turned like 16, I started doing a little bit of MMA, just in between my wrestling training, just for extra conditioning and stuff like that. I wasn't really like super focused on it, but my cousin Elsie Davis, he ran a team called HD MMA, and I'd go up there and train and just learn fundamentals. And I think that helped me out a lot once I started fighting.
Motocross, how far did you go with that?
Man, I was pretty good. I was pretty good at it. I raced all the state circuits. I've raced in like Texas, everywhere. So we went all around the Midwest to race, and I loved it, man. It's the second biggest adrenaline rush of my life.
Do you miss it?
I do miss it, but it's just like I'll go ride every once in a while, but not like as aggressive like I used to. Like I used to not care. I didn't think I could get hurt. Like I was riding balls to the wall the whole time. And nowadays I gotta keep it calm so I don't get hurt, because I can't fight. So
yeah. I guess when you're a kid, you could do that, right? The mentality.
Yeah. I didn't even know I could really get hurt. Like I was doing it from probably like I'd say like 13 to 17 ish, like competitively. And yeah, I mean, I grew up riding dirt bikes, but I started doing it competitively and ended up loving it.
For sure. Now you're undefeated as a professional, all first round finishes. Which fighter gave you the toughest fight? Which fighter was the hardest to figure out?
I don't know, man. I feel like I took care of all my fights pretty easily. My first pro fight, though, I fought a Hispanic guy. I forget his name, but he was just scrappy. He was super scrappy. He didn't give up. Like I was elbowing him and punching him as hard as I could, and he just kept fighting me back from bottom. And I was like, dude, this dude is like, he just has that spirit in him. He's not going anywhere until you kill him. He's not going to stop moving until you kill him. So the ref stopped it, but I was just like, dang, like, that dude's tough. I got some respect for that.
For sure. And you mentioned you at Glory MMA. You've been there the whole time. Did you start there? You mentioned the HD MMA, your cousin's gym, but when did you switch over?
Yeah. So I switched over to Glory. So I stopped going to HD because I ended up going to college and moved out of state and all that. But I moved back here June 2019. June 1st was my first day here at Glory, and I've been here ever since, man. It's been crazy.
Yeah, for sure. You got an incredible team there. Now you return on is it December? Yeah, December 10th, I believe, right? December 10th. Yeah, you return on December 10th against Ray Ostrander. He's 1-1 record. What is your breakdown of him and his style?
From what I see, he's average everywhere to me. He does a good job at shooting and getting people on the cage, and just doing like kind of bully tactics. So I don't think that's gonna work on me. I don't think I'm gonna get put on the cage. and I feel like standing or on the ground, I feel like I can dominate the fight. So we'll let it all play out December 10th. But I feel like I'm going home and getting my hand raised.
For sure. And the team I just mentioned, they're extensive. You have so many coaches. Like, do you separate everything? You have a coach for the striking, for the wrestling, and you just work separately, or you just have just MMA all together?
It's MMA all together, man. I mean, every once in a while, like we have like jujitsu on Tuesday, Thursdays, and like kickboxing on Monday nights. But for the most part, we do MMA through and through, everywhere. You got to be good everywhere, and you got to be able to blend it all together without the choppiness, you know. So trying to make it smooth from wrestling to striking to cage work everywhere.
What's the most hectic day for you during training?
The most hectic, I would say my Tuesday schedule is pretty wild, man. I train. I go strength and conditioning 8 to 9:15, and then I come up here to Glory. I get a pad session in 9:30 to 10, and then we train from 10 to 11, and then I go home for a couple hours. You know, take care of my dog, eat, shower, all that stuff. And then I come back up here at 2:30, and I have private lessons from 2:30 to 3, 3 to 4, 4 to 5, 5 to 5:30, and then I have jujitsu from 5:30 to 7. So I'm here all day. It's an all day job.
Yeah, for sure. That's a grind, man. And for this camp, yeah.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead. You're saying something?
I, I was saying I love it, so it's not a big deal. Um, that's my busiest day of the week. I'm pretty busy most of the days, but that one is the rough one.
Yeah, yeah. And for this camp, who have you worked with closely, like as in sparring partners?
My big brother Mike Breeden. I've been training with him a lot. We've been getting real good sparring rounds. Him. We got a female, Alexa Colt. I train with her a lot. She's one of the toughest women I know, and she's going to be in the UFC. She's going to do big things. And then just everyone at my gym that's in 145, 135, 155. We got so many names. I just train with all of them, man, and get my rounds in. Everyone here, when you're here, we're all high level, so every round is a good round. You don't really get an easy one.
Who's the most frustrating to you, like when you spar them in any kind of aspect?
Uh, Obviously, Kraus is, because the dude's like what 6 foot, 6'2", something like that. I'm 5'7". That, and then he has the experience. He's like the chess master. He's always ahead, and I'm the one normally ahead, so that's pretty frustrating. But it's always a good role, and every time I go with him, I learn something new. And yeah, man, he's freaking good. That's all I gotta say about that. He's good.
How different is it to have a coach that can actually step in there and roll with you, spar with you, instead of just sitting on the sidelines?
Man, it's just he leads by example, man. It's something you don't see a lot. You normally see people retired. They're gonna sit out here, coach you, do all that extra stuff. He's here in the trenches with us. He's here sweating with us every single day. So it's just inspiring to watch and inspiring to be a part of.
Your last fight, it only lasted 35 seconds. Do you plan on going in there and breaking your record, or what do you plan on doing?
The sooner I can get him out, the better. But I don't know. I don't want to force anything. I want to let it come. My last fight, it kind of just happened that way. I started landing heavy strikes, and the guy had to belly down and turn over. Otherwise, he was going to take those to the face. So, I mean, I'll take what I can get either way, whether it's a TKO, a knockout, a submission. It doesn't matter. A win's a win, and I just want to get out of there healthy and go see my family.
All right. Well, you haven't went to the second round. You haven't, yeah. So you haven't even come to the close to the judges,
Yeah.
right? But I wanted to ask you about this open scoring. I believe in Kansas they do have this. They use it at shows, and have they been using it at your shows?
No, not that I believe.
All right.
Like,
So,
been there to
yeah.
see, but I don't think they do.
So what is your take on this system, this judging system, and how it will affect fights?
Um, I I think there's pros and cons to it. I feel like it's good if you're losing the fight. You're losing. Like you you have to go do something and win the fight. But also if you're winning, you know now that guy's he's gonna come try to kill you because he knows you're winning. So in a close fight like that, I feel like that could be a negative. But also, if you're winning, it doesn't matter. Like, all right.
All right. Well, December 10th, FAC 11, Independence, Missouri. Thank you so much, Isaac, for the time, and enjoy the fight, man.
Appreciate it, brother. Have a good night.